All right, viewers, all of this coming at a time where vaccine hesitancy has come to be one of the biggest hurdles in India in its fight against COVID-19. Congress right now, the opposition, finds itself bang in the middle of this very controversy.
It consists cow calf serums, which is actually clotted blood obtained after slaughtering the young cow calves.
Covaxin consists of newborn calf serum, clotted blood obtained from young cow calves after slaughtering them. A despicable new piece of dangerous misinformation that has erupted from the Congress party, fully weaponized to explode religion-based hesitancy amidst an already sharp vaccine crisis.
Now there is this conversation going around on Covaxin based on an RTI response by the Government of India that it consists cow calf serums, which is actually clotted blood obtained after slaughtering the young cow calves. Government should not betray the faith and belief of people. That people should go for the vaccines, yes. That's the only way to defeat the pandemic.
Quoting a right to information response, Congress social media national coordinator Gaurav Pandey tweeted the claim along with a copy of the RTI document. The tweet was part of an organized move by the Congress party to put into people's minds that calf blood was being used in Covaxin.
RTI में जो तथ्य सामने आए हैं उसका उत्तर सरकार को और भारत बायोटेक को देना चाहिए. उसके बाद इस पर कोई चर्चा हो सकती है.
While the Congress has been soundly bashed by experts and observers on social media, the government also opened official counterfire, rebutting the claim point by point. Highlighting that the final Covaxin product does not contain newborn calf serum at all, and that the calf serum is not an ingredient of the final vaccine product, the government has said facts have been twisted and misrepresented in these posts by the Congress party.
There was time when some politicians said that this vaccine is not an Indian vaccine, this is a BJP ka vaccine. And I will not take the vaccine. मैं तो vaccine लूंगा नहीं, जब हमारी सरकार आएगी तब हम vaccine देंगे. And then we had slew of Congress leaders who in fact did not show any interest in Covaxin. Rather, they pointed fingers toward Covaxin.
A 4-point rebuttal demolishes the dangerous Congress googly over calf blood. The Congress claim that Covaxin contains newborn calf serum is false, as is the claim that young calves are slaughtered for Covaxin. Apart from the third false claim that calf blood is somehow harvested for the vaccine, the government has also pointed out that an identical process is used for existing polio, rabies and influenza vaccines. The calf blood claim is the latest in a series of grossly irresponsible hesitancy triggers by opposition politicians targeting Covaxin specifically, including the Congress leadership itself. It started in January with Congress leaders Jairam Ramesh and Shashi Tharoor questioning authorization to Covaxin. This was followed by Anand Sharma and finally Rashid Alvi. Even the Congress's ally, the Shiv Sena, has been embarrassed by the irresponsible calf blood campaign, with Priyanka Chaturvedi saying those who keep talking about the need for scientific temperament and research are now tweeting their disgust basis some RTI on Covaxin, adding to vaccine hesitancy by bringing religion-based choices to it. In its effort to score political points amidst a crisis, has the Congress lost all sense of measure and accuracy? And with the hesitancy virus matching COVID in spread, does the Congress now have blood on its hands? Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, now this is as bizarre as it gets. There's one very prominent residential society in Mumbai. The residents of this society are now claiming, believe it or not, that they were administered fake jabs.
This is Mumbai's upscale Hiranandani Estate Society. On May 30th, 390 people living here were given Covishield shots inside the society premises. What happened next was baffling. None of the 390 people given the vaccine had any post-jab symptoms, like a mild fever or an ache in the hand. There were more surprises to come.
390 लोगों को वैक्सीनेशन दी गई थी उस दिन ऑन रिकॉर्ड, और हमसे 1260 रुपया लिया गया है हमें बोला गया था 1200 रुपया ये इसका वैक्सीनेशन का चार्ज है और 60 रुपीज़ GST है। वहाँ पे किसी को पिक्चर्स लेने नहीं दे रहे थे कि भाई आई एम वैक्सीनाइट, और तो वो जो वहाँ पे स्टाफ था वो भी बोल रहा था सेल्फी और हमारा भी फोटो आपको नहीं लेना है।
The people living in the high-end society grew more suspicious after nobody received the certificate issued by the government.
We are seeing after like the day of vaccine, no one is having any side effects, no one is having any terms of, like symptoms, nothing in that sorts. So in terms of that, then we started questioning, we started wondering what is going on. So after that, after inquiring, we got to know that no one was getting certificates also, which was supposed to be issued within the first 10-15 minutes of getting the vaccine.
After 10 days, they did get the certificates. But these had the names of different hospitals in Mumbai.
सर्टिफिकेट जो बाद में तो वो तो डिफरेंट नेस्को से आ रहे हैं, लाइफलाइन से आ रहे हैं, हमको आ रहे हैं नानावटी से आ रहे हैं।
नेस्को तो BMC के अस्पताल।
वही जब नेस्को का सर्टिफिकेट आया तब यह सरप्राइज कि ये तो फ्री का और BMC का है, ये कैसे मैनेज हो रहा है। इट मीन्स इट्स अ वेरी बिग गेम कि ये सब वैक्सीनेशन तो मैनेज हुआ है पर सर्टिफिकेट भी मैनेज हो रहा है।
Then came another twist in the story. The hospitals, which included the city's top ones, denied to have given any vaccine doses to be administered to Hiranandani Estate Society members. Anxiety and anger has gripped the members. They are not even sure what vaccine was given to them.
300 people have taken this vaccine, maybe more than that. 390 people have taken the vaccine. Okay, so we want to know first the authenticity कि क्या गया है हमारे body में. The first and foremost. Second, we need the government intervention on this.
सर्टिफिकेट जो आते हैं जनरली गवर्नमेंट के सर्टिफिकेट जो आते हैं वो 15-20 मिनट में या विद इन 1-2 आवर्स आ ही जाते हैं, एट द मोस्ट 24 आवर्स। बट हम लोग को किसी को भी कोई भी सर्टिफिकेट नहीं आया। जो भी सर्टिफिकेट्स आए किसी को 1 हफ्ते के बाद, किसी को उसके बाद।
After India Today's report from this upscale society, the BMC has ordered a probe. The Deputy Municipal Commissioner will lead the investigation and submit a report within 48 hours.
The BMC officials are also taking the certificates which have been issued to some of the society members and will also speak to the CoWIN app and the nodal officers of the central government. Most importantly, if there is any irregularities in this whole case, BMC themselves will be filing an FIR with the Mumbai police regarding this case. With camera person Prashant Bhatt, this is Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
All right, viewers, the next story is about the social media platform Twitter losing its legal shield in India after it very point blankly refused to comply with the new IT norms of the country. Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad hit out at the microblogging site, claiming it portrays itself as flag bearers of free speech, but it deliberately chose the path of non-compliance. By not adhering to the laws, Twitter has lost its intermediary status, which means that if there is any charge against the microblogging site for alleged unlawful content, it would be treated as publisher, not as intermediary, and be liable for punishment. Government sources also say that it has received new reports claiming that Twitter will announce the name of a chief compliance officer soon, but till then, Twitter would remain exposed to the provisions of law. Meanwhile, Twitter has become the first amongst the likes of Facebook, Google, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn to have lost its intermediary status.
Regarding Twitter part, all of them have complied. We should have noticed after...
You gave them 3 months.
No, 3 months. When I announced in the press conference, I believe you are also present.
Yes.
On the 25th of February. 3 months' time was given to the significant social media intermediary, namely those who are having 50 lakhs and more of followers. This exhausted itself on 26th of May this year. Okay. Many have complied. We were in correspondence. We gave them the last goodwill gesture. Please do. Otherwise, it will have consequences.
All right, we are staying on with Twitter. Yesterday, Twitter was flush with lots of people, lots of journalists, lots of politicians tweeting about one incident, which many journalists and politicians said was communal in nature, where a man was seen being beaten up, a Muslim man being seen beaten up with his beard being cut. Many journalists gave it and politicians gave it a communal color. The UP police has said, no way, there was nothing communal about it, and has now filed cases against journalists and many politicians.
This viral video of a man in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, being assaulted first emerged on Monday. The video showed an elderly man being assaulted and his beard being forcibly cut off. The incident took place on the 5th of June. On the 7th, in a Facebook Live with a local Samajwadi Party leader, Ummed Pahalwan, the man alleged that he was forced to chant Jai Shri Ram while being assaulted. Several journalists, Congress leaders and a prominent fact-checker expressed outrage while sharing the video, backing these unverified claims on Twitter, prompting the UP police to launch a probe. It has now emerged that the incident was not a communal crime at all, but the result of a personal rivalry. And the UP government has cracked the whip. An FIR has now been filed against social media giant Twitter, fact-checker Mohammad Zubair, co-founder of Alt News, journalist Rana Ayub, online news portal The Wire, Congress leaders Salman Nizami and Dr. Shama Mohammad, and author Sabah Naqvi.
We have registered an FIR yesterday in which 7 people have been named and 2 Twitter India have been made a party to it. Our social media team is still actively searching for posts who are still indulged. We'll take action against them also.
ट्विटर कॉरपोरेशन तथा ट्विटर कम्युनिकेशन इंडिया प्राइवेट लिमिटेड द्वारा भी उक्त धार्मिक संवेदनशील झूठे ट्वीट्स को हटाने के लिए भी कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की गई, जो उनका कर्तव्य एवं जिम्मेदारी थी। अतः जनपद गाजियाबाद के थाना लोनी में इन सभी के विरुद्ध मुकदमा अपराध संख्या 502/21 सुसंगत धाराओं में दर्ज किया गया है, जिनमें साक्ष्य के आधार पर कड़ी कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
The FIR against Twitter comes on a day it lost its intermediary status for not complying with information technology rules in India. The tech giant, along with 6 others, face up to 3 years in jail. They've been charged with provocation to cause a riot, promoting enmity, deliberate and malicious acts intended to outrage religious feelings, and criminal conspiracy. Politics over fake claims and the viral video have also exploded.
इन लोगों के अंदर होड़ है कि किस तरह से 2022 का जो चुनाव है यूपी का, उसकी चाबी सांप्रदायिकता के माध्यम से खोल दी जाए। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी और योगी जी की जो सरकार है उसका वो प्रतिबद्ध है कि 4.5 साल में कम्युनल या सांप्रदायिक माहौल होने नहीं दिया और ना होने देंगे।
निर्दयता, निर्ममता और सारे बंधनों को तोड़ते हुए जिस तरह हुई ये घटना, ये दर्शाता है कि कानून का राज उत्तर प्रदेश में नहीं है।
इस देश के अंदर सभी जानते हैं कि जाति धर्म की राजनीति कौन करता है, कि उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में कोई व्यक्ति चाहे किसी भी जाति धर्म का हो, उसकी सुरक्षा करना सरकार की जिम्मेदारी होती है और उसका लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन करना भी सरकार की जिम्मेदारी होती है। सरकार अपनी जिम्मेदारी से नहीं भाग सकती, ये तय है।
The big question remains, was this old man made to say that he was forced to chant Jai Shri Ram? Was there a bigger conspiracy afoot? The investigation continues.
The Ghaziabad police claims they didn't find any communal motive behind the incident, and also they claim that none of the accused forced the victim to chant Jai Shri Ram. Hence, an FIR has been lodged against Twitter India and many other people who tweeted this video claiming it to be a communal incident. With camera person Ritesh Mishra, this is Abhishek Anand reporting from Ghaziabad for India Today.
All right, viewers, now this has happened a day after the Delhi High Court deeply embarrassed the Delhi police by pretty much stating that the right to protest does not mean that you're indulging in terrorist activities. It did so by granting bail to Pinjra Tod activist Natasha Narwal, Devangana Kalita and JNU student Asif Iqbal, all in a case under UAPA of the Delhi riots. Huge drama ensues right now in the Karkarduma court. This as the activist bail has been delayed after the Delhi police in court said they were trying to verify addresses of the activists and those who have given surety. The court, wrapping the police, noted that no justification can be given for delay in verification of surety. The activists have not been released so far, and it is likely that they will not be freed today at all. Amidst all of this, the Delhi police has approached the Supreme Court challenging the judgment. The police in its plea has said that they were not satisfied with the interpretation of the provisions of Unlawful Activities Prevention Act by the Delhi High Court in a matter concerning of these three activists being granted bail. Of what we do know, viewers, as of now, all three activists, even though given bail yesterday by the Delhi High Court and scathing observations for the Delhi police, still now have not been freed. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching our Fact Check segment where we bust certain myths masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp platforms as well. Now, there is a bit of piece of news that is floating about suggesting that anesthetics can actually kill vaccinated people. False. There's no sound scientific evidence to prove any such thing. With that fact check, time for us to go into a quick break. Stay with me. Up next is To The Point.